Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video I'm going to be doing two glam makeup looks, one that is warm toned and one that is cool toned, so whichever your preference is, there's one of each. So if you're interested then please keep on watching. So I'm going to start off with the warm toned look first. So I'm going to go in with my Milk Hydro Grip Primer first, and I've started just doing this on a brush. I mean, I do wash my hands, but I just think I'm gonna start applying with a brush. So I'm just going to pop this on kind of mainly the centre portion of the face. I am going to go in with the Dr. Husker bronzing tint because I do enjoy that bronzed effect, but also I just find like it's quite a nice, it makes products on top go on quite smoothly and stuff, so I also enjoy it for that purposes as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and pop this everywhere. And probably no surprise, I'm going to go with my Hint Beauty concealer, and I'm going to use this as a foundation as well. It's up to you kind of whether you want to do foundation or just concealer. Like I said, I'm going for quite a glam look, and if the makeup was to be photographed, I would like a slightly fuller coverage. Nothing too heavy because I still would like it to look like skin in person, but also I want it to look quite nice in photos and stuff, and this doesn't give me any flashback or anything like that. So I'm just going to build up to create a nice kind of even skin complexion, and obviously I'll go in with a bit more to kind of cover areas I need to. My skin is having a fill day at the moment, so it's definitely going to need a lot more coverage in different areas for sure. Okay, and like I said, because these looks are going to be for like if I want to be photographed, I am going to go with the Hourglass powder instead of the 100% Pure, because the 100% Pure, as beautiful as it is and as much as it holds my foundation really well in place, it does give flashback, whereas this one won't. So I'm purposely going in with this one for this look. And I will set the entire skin just lightly, just to make sure nothing kind of moves throughout the day. Obviously I know no one's going anywhere at the moment, but you never know, you might want a glam look to chill around the house in, so. Okay, then I'm not a huge fan of contouring, as you know, so I'm just going to go with bronzer and give my skin a nice kind of, yeah, bronzed effect, and it will kind of naturally slightly sculpt the skin anyway, but I just don't like the really heaviness of bronzer, of contour, sorry, but you're going to go in with my Sculpting Glow contour kit to bronze up the skin. So if up to this point now, this is exactly the same steps I'm going to take for the cool tone look. So I won't show this process again, but it's now that I'm getting to the blusher, the highlighter and the eyes, this is where it differs in terms of tones and stuff like that. So for this look, I want to go in with like a more peachy toned blusher. I just think it really complements the more warmer tone looks. So I'm going to go with my Coralista Duo from Lily Lolo. And yeah, with the cool tone look, I'm probably going to go with a lot more of a pinkier tone. So let me know which down below. Are you a warm toned person, or do you much prefer the cool tones? I think I'm definitely kind like a mixture of both. I did definitely used to be more of a warm toned person, but I've come to love really like grey tones and icy tones as well. So let me know your preferred down below. Okay. And for highlighter, I am going to go with the champagne one from Lily Lolo, because I think one with the champagne golden sheen is going to also suit this one really nicely. I'm going to quickly fill in my brows. I'm just going to fill them in the way I always fill them in. I think brows are very personal and it's really up to you how you like them done. So yeah, like I said, I'm going to go ahead, fill them in how I like to. Also prep and prime my eyes with my Lily Lolo eye primer as always, and then we'll be back to do the eyes. I'm going to do very similar styles for both of them, just obviously different tones, because the look that I've got in mind is kind of one that I find suits all eye shapes, and it's quite a universally complementary style on the eye. So yeah, they're going to be very similar styles and kind of how I do them and smoke them out, but it's just the colours obviously that are going to be different. So for the warm tone look, I am going to use the Solstice palette. I don't know if I'm going to use the Rose Quartz for the cool tone look. I might just mix it up because I know I've used that recently, but obviously whatever you've got in your collection works perfectly. But this has some really beautiful kind of orangey warm browns, so I'm really excited to use this. I'm going to start off with the shade Balance just here, and I'm going to take this on a Luxie 235 blending. Make sure I tap off, and I'm going to start working this into the crease and also onto this outer portion. So when I have done people's makeup in the past, this is like the classic style that kind of is a go-to, because it does suit so many people. I guess why I gravitated more to warm tones originally is because I do have blue eyes, and typically like these warm kind of orangey browns do suit kind of blue eyes quite well. I'm going to take a fluffier brush now. This one's just from Iconic London. I'm going to go in with Soul to blend that out. But I'm going to take a very small amount of this because again it's quite a pigmented matte, as these all are. Now I'm going to do shimmer on the lid, so if you're someone who prefers all matte, then obviously just go ahead and keep everything matte, but I do like the shimmer on the inner corner because I just think it really opens up the eyes. Okay, on the same brush, I am going to take a small amount of New Moon, and it's just going to really help soften these edges. I am going to take some of Citron quickly, and I'm going to use this to highlight my brow bone. I'm just going to take it on the fluffy brush again. Just go in. What I'm going to do next is take a blending brush, this is a Sigma one. I am going to take some of Sister just here and build up the outer portion of the lid just to deepen up slightly. Nothing too heavy. Okay, I'm just going to quickly go ahead and just do the lower lash line. I'm pretty much going to repeat the same colours. I probably won't add any of New Moon, which is the very lightest nude. I'll probably just go in with the others to begin with. I'm going to use the same brush, Sigma brush. So go in with Balance first. Take a little bit of Soul. Smoke it out slightly. Do you know what, I lied. I think I will take some New Moon, just to kind of buff this out a bit further. And then actually on a pencil brush, I'll take some of Sister just on this outer portion. Okay, now for the lid. I'm obviously going to go with Amber because I just think it's the perfect shade for this glam look here. And you know, usually I don't wet these, but I want the kind of, I'm going proper glam. So I am going to take some on a brush, I'm going to dampen it and then put it in. So it just gives that more intense look, a bit more of a foiled look as well. And I just think it would be really nice for this look. So I have picked some up, just going to dampen it, and I'm going to pack this on to the inner third of the lid. What I am going to do is add a little bit of citrine, yep, citrine. Just on top, just ever so slightly, just to lighten it. So it's more like a champagne-y gold as opposed to straight up gold. And then I'm just going to make sure I buff the edges. Pencil brush, pick up some amber again. And just on this in a third here. I'm not going to wet it for this lower part because I don't necessarily need it to be as intense. But it's just going to add something there. Okay, now if you're someone who likes false eyelashes, then please do go ahead and apply them. If I was doing someone's makeup and maybe they didn't have the most fullest lashes or particularly long lashes, I'd actually go in some individuals. But for me, I don't feel like I need the lashes, so I am just going to load up my eyes with as much mascara as possible to give the effect. But obviously go ahead and do that. Final step for this look is the lips. Now for both looks I'm going to go for a nude lip, but for this one it's going to be more of a golden kind of nude lip because I think it'll be very complimentary to this look. Starting off with the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk lip liner. And actually this lip line is good for kind of cool tone or warm tone looks, I think. And then the Lily Lilo Vegan Lipstick in Au Naturel, one of my favourite kind of golden nudes. Okay, so that is this warm toned glam look done. Like I said, I do really like the warm tones for my eye colour. I think it's really complimentary. I like this look in general. The kind of golds and the browns together work perfectly. I love this golden lip. I wouldn't put a lip gloss over this just because I think it would diminish the golden hue to the nude lip. So I'm going to keep it like this, and I really like it, and I hope you enjoy it too. But if you would like to see the cool tone look, and if you're more of a cool toned kind of person as well, then stay tuned for look number 2. So, okay, so on to the cool tone. So I've done my foundation, powder, all that, put bronzer on. So next point is a blusher. Now like I said, I wanted to go for more of a pinky tone blusher with the cool tone look. I think it just complements it a little bit better for me anyway. So I'm going with my healthy blusher from 100% Pure next. Okay, then for highlighter, I'm actually going to take Rose from Lily Lolo. So it's more of the pearl pink champagne, pearl pink illuminator. So I think, yeah, again, this is going to complement a lot more. Yeah, all these steps are going to be very similar, but it's just about the kind of tones and stuff. So I was going to go rose quartz, but I know I used that recently in my real time Get Ready With Me, so I'll leave that link down below in case you want to use that look. But a palette I haven't used for a while is the Benecos Smoky Quattro palette, so I thought I might give it a go again, or play with it again in this video. Might switch to rose quartz, I don't know yet, but this is kind of the cool tones I want. I will definitely need to get something else with a shimmer shade to get that pop of colour going. I think this is the route I want to go. So I'm going to start off with that shade just there on the Luxie 235 blending. I'm just going to start working this onto the outer portion and through the crease. These shadows definitely aren't as smooth as the Ether Beauty. I used to actually really enjoy this palette, and it's very inexpensive, and for the price I think it is quite good and travel friendly, but having tried the Ether Beauty eyeshadows, it just doesn't really compare. I know the price difference is quite drastic and stuff, but they just blend so much smoother and easier. Okay, do you know, I am going to switch to Rose Quartz palette. I know I used it recently, but it does work so well for kind of look like this. Okay, so I'm going to jump into the shade Aphrodite and keep on building up what I was already doing on the exact same brush. There's just something so much smoother about these ones. And then what I am going to do is on a fluffy brush, take some of Scorpio. Just a little bit on a fluffy brush to then buff that shade out. Go back in with some more Aphrodite just to kind of build up in the crease. And I'll pick some more Scorpio out and use that to, again, continue to blend. And obviously if you prefer your browns, then obviously go with cool tone browns, but I quite like a grey smoky eye with some pink matching to it. I think it's a really pretty look. Take then some of Sandstone, again on the fluffy brush, just ever so lightly, again, buff these edges. And whilst I've got the fluffy brush, I'm going to take some Stardust and just highlight the brow bone with it. Okay, moving to the Sigma blending brush, I'm going to take some of Grounded, the dark grey, and build up this outer portion. So like I said, very similar steps to the previous look. It's just all about the different tones. And just like I did with the other look, I'm going to repeat all those shades onto the lower lash line. So I'm going to start off with some of Aphrodite, the lighter of the greys. Taking a little bit of Scorpio to buff that out. Picking up some of Sandstone just to kind of, on a fluffy brush, just to buff that out and kind of neaten up that slightly. And then on a pencil brush, take some of Grounded, if I can find my pencil brush, and focus that on the outer portion. Now if you ever wanted to amp up either of those looks, these two looks, to make them more intense, go in with the black right on the outer portion, because then that will just really kind of add a bit more glam to it. But I quite like going with the dark greys for this look and the dark brown for the previous look. I think it works really well. Okay, now for the lid portion. See, I'm probably going to go with Rose Quartz, which is, again, very similar to that previous look, but this is a look I would do for like glams or special occasions and stuff like that. So I'm going to do exactly the same thing, pick some up on a brush, dampen the brush, and pop that on. And I will add a little bit of Stardust, which is the one I used to highlight the brow bone. Just focus that kind of more on this inner part right here. Then on the pencil brush, take some of Rose Quartz again, just to kind of, it's just going to mimic what we've done on the top and brighten this inner portion. Okay, and again, I'm going in with lots of mascara, no lashes, as that's my preference. And that's the eyes done. Okay, then finally lips. I'm going to go again with the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk lip liner. Again, going with the nude, but this time, like I said, in more of a pink tone, so going with Pink Honey from Benecos. And that is this second look complete. So like I said, very similar looks. It's just one is cool tone, one is warm tone. So like I said, let me know what your preference is down below. If you're someone who likes to go for more of a delicate glam look, if you just removed the lower lash line, it would completely transform into a completely different kind of style, if that makes sense. But I quite like going under the lash line as well occasionally. So yeah, this is the cool tone look. Like I said, let me know which you prefer down below. I really hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. Leave any requests for future videos down below, and yeah, stay safe, and I'll see you in my next video.